and Sarah in the Skyline parking lot taking pictures on her car in high school. I love that picture. This was the first time I had Florida Skyline with my friend Grant, who's also from Kentucky, and we took pictures in front of the sign, and I remember I got so full, but it was so good. This is the first time I took one of my Florida friends to Skyline. This is me and my brother at Skyline. I went to Skyline on my 20th birthday last year. This was New Year's Eve 2017, and I remember me and Sarah went out to Skyline, and I got an extra coney to go, and I kissed it for my New Year's kiss. And it was the best kiss ever. And this is a park in Kentucky. It's called DeVue Park. And even though you're in Kentucky, you can see the whole skyline of Cincinnati, Ohio, right over the river. And right here in the wallet, the most important spot, the two loves of my life, Sarah, eating Skyline. Okay, so right now, we're going to Skyline Chili, which is like, we're driving to Skyline Chili, which is like the flagship restaurant of Cincinnati. And there's a couple of restaurants down in Florida, but Skyline Chili is so good. I remember when I lived in Kentucky, I used to eat there like every single day. If you're from Kentucky, there's no talk about like, oh, where are we gonna eat? Like, where should we go? Like, no, it's like, what Skyline are we going to? Like, which street? You know it's always gonna be reliable. You know it's always gonna taste good. And it's like everyone's first job in Kentucky, so your friends are always working. If you bring your dogs through the drive-thru, they give you a free hot dog for your dogs. When I was in high school, I used to put all three of my dogs in my car, and I would come through the drive-thru so much that they learned all of my dogs' names. So Skyline Chili, it's actually a food that came from Cincinnati out of the Great Depression. It was made by Greek immigrants, and when you say chili, it's not like an actual chili. It's like a really thin, like watered down meat sauce, but it's heavily spiced with nutmeg and cinnamon and cocoa, so it's kind of sweet, but it's really spicy, and you put it over things. The flagship dish is called a three-way, and you do spaghetti and then the chili and then like a mound of cheddar cheese. I always order a four-way, which is the spaghetti, the chili, the cheese, and then onions, or you can get beans, and then a five-way is onions and beans. You can also get a coney, which are like little hot dogs, and they put mustard and onion on them with the chili and the cheese, which is really good. You can get chili cheese fries. You can get a cholito, which is like chili and cheese in a burrito. You can add spaghetti into that. When I first moved to Kentucky in the 8th grade, and everyone was like, you've never had a three-way before? Like, I was 12 years old. I was like, what? No, we are in the 8th grade. No, I've never had a three-way before. And then it was explained to me what it was. See that, guys? Skyline customer parking only, VIP. FaceTime, that's my wife.
Making a FaceTime call to That's My Wife.
Hi.
Hey.
Guess where I'm at?
Where?
I'm at Skyline.
Oh, no way.
So how many times a week did me and you used to go to Skyline together?
Oh, God. At least once.
At least once every week. Remember that time? We went like 3 times in one day. Now you worked at Skyline, so tell me what it was like working at Skyline.
I kind of hated it. I don't work drive-thru, so it kind of sucks, but I got free food like every shift.
Did you ever get sick of it?
No, I craved it more after I started working there.
So what's your order from Skyline? What do you get from Skyline?
Oh, it depends on mood I'm in. Cheese conies with mustard, no onion, sometimes with onion. Chili cheese fries. A three-way juicy. It's basically just extra chili, but for free.
I love you.
Love you too.
I'll eat a coney for you.
Cool.
I fucking hate you, bitch. Bye. We're inside the building. Every single Cincinnati chili parlor, the flagship appetizer is oyster crackers. They give them to you in a little dish, and you can snack on them before you get your chili. This is a little trick everyone in Kentucky does. So you take the oyster cracker, you make a little hole, and you fill it with hot sauce. Cheers. So good. Thank you. Can I please have 1 small 4-way with onions and then 2 cheese conies with mustard and onion, and that'll be it. The only drink to get in Kentucky. Sweet tea. Tastes like diabetes. This is my Skyline dance because I'm so excited. Yes. Now I'm ready. Okay, so now that we have our food, I gotta show you guys the proper way to eat a three-way. Now, normal people would just take it and they'd mix it up. That's wrong. You take this out of your fork, you cut it like it's a pie, and you pick up that little piece like this, and I like to put an oyster cracker on top. Voila. Oh my God. It's so good. Living in Florida, I forget how good it is until I come back here again and I realize how much I miss eating it every day. Now we're gonna get into the coney. This is what it is, this little itty bitty hot dog. There's no special way to eat it, you just eat it. Look at that. See that hot dog in there? One time I was eating a Cholito in my car in high school. I was driving around and I almost crashed into a police car in front of me because I was eating a Cholito. It was good, so it was worth it. So now that we've finished our food, it's always customary at Skyline to take a shot of the leftover chili juice.
Oh, no.
All right, let's start off with your name and how long you've been working at Skyline.
Karen Bimonti. I've been here 21 years.
What's been the one thing keeping you like at Skyline all these years?
To be quite honest, the people that I work for. I love Skyline. It's a good job. It's an easy job. The clients are amazing. The customers are just amazing.
What types of customers do you usually get inside a Cincinnati-based restaurant in South Florida?
Well, I would say a good probably at least 50%, if maybe higher, are transplants from Ohio. Then the rest of those are their friends, the neighbors, and word of mouth.
Why is Skyline Chili so important to the people who eat it?
I think it reminds them of home.
And do you personally like Skyline? And if you do, what's your favorite thing to get?
I eat the sandwiches.
Oh, the chili cheese sandwiches.
Chili
Those are
cheese
so
sandwiches,
good.
yeah,
I love
that's
those.
what I eat.
You gotta get them York peppermint patties, because your breath be stankin' after all them onions. I love Skyline so much. I'll love it forever. I have 3 stickers of Skyline in my car. Like, I know I'm probably always gonna be crazily obsessed with it, but to me, I think it's an okay obsession, because it's something that reminds you of home, and it's something that makes me happy. And I think that's all that you need. So right now we're driving to the beach. I'm not actually a huge beach person because I never grew up with it. When I was in school, I used to hike in the woods like almost every day. I had acres and acres and acres of woods behind my old house in Kentucky, and I would go back there all the time. And I can't really do that anymore in Florida. So the beach is a nice kind of buffer in between. It's a nice place to sit and breathe and think. Hooters, Crocs, and Taco Bell, all a girl needs. I'm making cinematic history here, shut up. Another thing I miss the most about Kentucky is during the nighttime, we would all go outside in the woods. We would have giant bonfires, and I could bring my guitar and my banjo and my ukulele, and we would sing songs and make s'mores, and it would be like just cold enough outside. I remember the air would smell so nice. And you would look up at the stars and you could see so many in the sky. And that's something that I don't think Florida can ever replace. But I can try. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, all my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads. driving